Whether you're a seasoned professional or just starting your career, we all face challenges in the workplace. Things don't always go as planned, deadlines shift, resources run out, and we have to be adaptable. But the adaptability to approach these challenges with a positive attitude and a problem-solving mindset can make all the difference. With a problem-solving mindset, we can start to see each challenge we face as less of a roadblock and more of an opportunity for growth and improvement. In this course, we'll discuss a structured approach to problem-solving through a 5-step process, including tips, tools, and techniques designed to help you overcome any workplace challenge. We'll begin by learning how to define the problem, gather information, generate solutions, evaluate those solutions, and finally, implement and monitor the chosen solution. By following these steps and adopting a positive attitude, you'll be equipped with the tools and techniques needed to overcome workplace challenges with confidence. The first step in problem solving is accurately identifying and defining the problem. Without a clear understanding of exactly what the problem is and what needs to be solved, it's impossible to develop an effective solution. Failing to identify the problem accurately can also lead to wasted time, effort, and resources in pursuing solutions that don't address the underlying issue. To properly identify the problem, we should first establish a clear goal or target for problem-solving efforts by identifying the violated standard or expectation. It's important to understand what outcome is expected or desired and how the current situation deviates from it. By doing so, you can align on the scope of the problem to develop a more effective solution. Let's say a manager at a software company has noticed a high rate of customer complaints about slow response times. The first step in identifying the problem would be to establish a clear goal or target by defining what the expected response time is and how it deviates from the current response time. Perhaps the expected response time is 24 hours, but average response times are closer to 48 hours. Once the standard or expectation has been identified, the manager can develop a problem statement that clearly outlines the issues and its impact on customers. A good problem statement for the software company might be: the current average response time for customer support requests is 48 hours, while the expected response time is 24 hours. This is resulting in a high rate of customer complaints and dissatisfaction with our services. A bad problem statement for the software company might be: we're getting too many complaints about customer support. This statement lacks specificity and fails to identify the root cause of the problem. By using a specific and measured problem statement, the manager and anyone else included in the project can focus their problem-solving efforts on addressing the core issue and improving customer satisfaction. Once you've identified and defined the problem, the next step is to gather information that will help you better understand the problem, its negative effects, and its underlying causes. This information will provide a foundation for developing an effective solution and ensure that your problem-solving efforts focus on the right areas. For example, using the same software company scenario, the manager may discover through information gathering that there are multiple causes contributing to slow response times, such as inadequate staffing levels and inefficient processes. Negative effects may include a drop in subscriptions and a lowered rating and reviews. By gathering information, the manager can better understand which causes and negative effects to prioritize in the problem-solving process. Depending on the problem you're trying to solve, you can choose from a range of different information gathering methods. These might include online or printed surveys, interviews and focus groups with customers or employees, observation of the workplace or location where the problem occurs, and document reviews, including reading through online reviews, project notes, spreadsheets, or other records that might provide insight into the problem. When gathering information, it's important to consider multiple data sources and perspectives for a more comprehensive understanding of the problem. These perspectives might come from your customers, your employees, any third-party contractors, senior management, or outside experts familiar with your industry or type of challenge. As you gather information, you may also find that your initial understanding of the problem was incomplete. New information may come to light that changes your understanding of the problem, its effects, or its causes. Remember to remain open-minded and flexible, and be willing to adjust your problem statement as needed. After identifying the root causes and symptoms of the problem, the next step is to generate possible solutions. It's important to generate as many ideas as possible at this stage, without any evaluation. This helps to ensure that all potential options are considered, even those that may initially seem impractical. Some methods for generating solutions include brainstorming, mind mapping, and SWOT analysis. Brainstorming is a creative problem-solving technique that involves generating a large number of ideas in a short amount of time. The goal is to come up with as many potential solutions as possible without evaluating or criticizing any ideas yet. The point is that in a free-flowing, supportive environment, participants can build off each other's ideas and come up with some truly innovative solutions. Mind mapping is a visual technique for brainstorming that can help generate and organize ideas. It involves starting with a central idea or problem statement and branching out to related subtopics or potential solutions. You can follow these basic steps to create a mind map. 1. First start with a central idea or topic in the center of a blank page or canvas. 2. Next, write down subtopics or related ideas that branch out from the central idea. 3. For each subtopic, add more branches with related ideas or solutions. 4. Continue following each branch until you've exhausted all your ideas on the topic. Feel free to get creative and use keywords, symbols, or images to represent your ideas. SWOT analysis is a strategic planning technique used to identify and evaluate the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats of a given situation. It involves analyzing both internal and external factors that can affect the problem or situation being addressed. Strengths and weaknesses are internal factors that are either helpful or harmful to achieving the objective. Opportunities and threats are external factors that are either helpful or harmful to achieving the objective. SWOT analysis can help identify potential solutions or strategies to address the problem by leveraging strengths and opportunities, while mitigating weaknesses and threats. When generating ideas, it's important to consult all relevant stakeholders to account for a diverse range of perspectives and ideas. Remember to not only focus on addressing the root causes, but also strategize ways to minimize any negative symptoms. It's also crucial to think in terms of both immediate, short-term solutions and sustainable, long-term solutions. Once you've generated a variety of potential solutions, the next step is to evaluate and prioritize them. The goal is to choose the solution or solutions that best align with your objectives and most effectively tackle the identified problem. 3 common methods for evaluating solutions include cost-benefit analysis, risk analysis, and decision matrix analysis. A cost-benefit analysis is an approach used to evaluate the overall value of a solution by comparing its potential financial costs and benefits. To conduct a cost-benefit analysis, first identify all the costs and benefits associated with each solution. Next, if possible, quantify these costs and benefits in monetary terms. Calculate the net benefits of each solution by subtracting total costs from total benefits. Then rank the solution based on their net benefits. Risk analysis is a method used for evaluating the potential risks associated with each solution or decision. The process involves identifying possible adverse outcomes, estimating their likelihood of occurrence, and assessing their potential impact. Start by identifying potential adverse outcomes associated with each solution. Estimate the likelihood or probability of each adverse outcome on a consistent scale, such as 1 to 5. Quantify the potential impact of each adverse outcome in terms of cost, time, or other relevant factors using the same number scale. Calculate a risk score for each solution by multiplying the probability by the impact for each adverse outcome and summing the results. You can compare the risk scores and consider prioritizing the solutions with lower risk. A decision matrix analysis is a quantitative technique for comparing multiple solutions based on specific criteria. It involves listing all the potential solutions, identifying the important criteria for decision making, assigning weights to each criterion, and scoring each solution against these criteria. To conduct a decision matrix analysis, start by listing all the potential solutions as columns in a table. Identify the criteria that are important for your decision-making process and add them as rows in the table. Assign a weight to each criterion based on its importance. The sum of all weights should equal 100%. Score each solution against the criteria using a consistent scale, such as 1 to 5, where higher scores represent better performance. Multiply the score for each solution criterion combination by the weight of that criterion, and then sum the weighted scores for each solution. Compare the total weighted scores and choose the solution with the highest score as the most appropriate option. When evaluating solutions, it's essential to consider your target standards or goals, as well as factors like cost, feasibility, effectiveness, risks, and expected outcomes. Remember to assess solutions without bias and take multiple perspectives into account in the evaluation process. Also, feel free to use one or more different tools to help you evaluate your solutions, depending on your specific needs. The implementation and monitoring stages are crucial in the problem-solving process to confirm that your solution addresses the identified problem. In this section, we'll cover how to effectively implement your chosen solutions, monitor their progress, and ensure they deliver the desired results. Before starting the implementation, clearly define your goals and establish measurable success metrics or key performance indicators, KPIs. These KPIs should be directly linked to your problem-solving objectives and will help you assess the effectiveness of your solution. Clearly communicate the problem and the chosen solutions to all relevant parties. You'll need to engage stakeholders and involve them early on in the implementation process to build ownership, commitment, and buy-in. You should address any objections or concerns proactively and be sure to provide any education or training as needed. Create a detailed implementation plan, including tasks, timelines, resources, and responsibilities. You should use project management tools to help you stay organized, allocate resources, and manage deadlines. These tools help facilitate communication, collaboration, and task tracking, ensuring everyone involved is aware of their role and overall expectations. Begin executing the solution according to the implementation plan and monitor the progress using your established KPIs. Regularly check in with stakeholders to keep them informed, gather feedback, and address any concerns. You can't just launch and forget. You'll need to conduct regular quality control check-ins to ensure the solution is being implemented according to the plan and meeting desired quality standards. You should adopt a continuous improvement mindset by regularly reviewing and refining your solution based on feedback, performance data, and any changing circumstances. In this course, we've explored a structured, 5-step approach to problem solving, designed to help you confidently navigate and overcome any workplace challenge. By following these steps, you can tackle issues with a clear and organized methodology, ensuring effective and sustainable solutions. To recap, the 5 steps are: 1. Define the problem. Clearly define the issue at hand by creating a specific, measurable problem statement that outlines the violated standard or expectation. 2. Gather information. Collect data from various sources and perspectives to better understand the problem, its effects, and its underlying causes. 3. Generate solutions. Employ creative techniques such as brainstorming, mind mapping, and SWOT analysis to generate a wide range of potential solutions. 4. Evaluate solutions. Use the methods like cost-benefit analysis, risk analysis, and decision matrix analysis to assess and prioritize potential solutions, ultimately choosing the most appropriate ones to address the identified problem. Number 5. Implement and monitor solutions. Develop a clear implementation plan, execute the chosen solution or solutions, and continuously monitor progress using success metrics and stakeholder feedback to ensure the solution delivers the desired results. By mastering this problem-solving process, you can approach workplace challenges with a positive attitude, viewing them as opportunities for growth and improvement. Remember to involve stakeholders, remain open-minded and flexible, and adopt a continuous improvement mindset throughout the process. With these tools and techniques in hand, you'll be better equipped to navigate any workplace challenge and develop effective, sustainable solutions that lead to success.